So yeah, last week, this thing went flying, huh? Look at that. Big green candle. A lot of big green candles. And today had another big green candle. Up 8.16% today. Please, like the video. Please subscribe. And if you enjoy my content and want to support my channel, please check out my Patreon. Link in the description down below. Let's talk about Virgin Galactic. Virgin Galactic stock jumps 28% in best day of the year after successful weekend spaceflight test. Virgin Galactic shares jumped Monday following the company's successful weekend space flight test. The launch represented a critical step forward for the space tourism company as it works to complete development of its system. It also represented the first of 4 remaining space flight tests before Virgin Galactic starts flying commercial customers, which the company aims to begin by early 2022. So yeah, I think on Thursday, Virgin Galactic dropped breaking news. They said in 2 days they're going to be doing their spaceflight test. While that does sound exciting, a lot of people didn't go for it because they have done this in the past a few times already, where they announced their test flight, and then it just never seemed to fail that something would go wrong, whether that's weather or their rocket needing maintenance or needing to update the codes and algorithms and stuff like that. It was always something. And I think Virgin Galactic was at like $60 at one point, and it just sold off all the way down to 20 because they keep saying the test flight is coming up, and it never did. So nobody knew if they should believe it or not. A lot of people were like, same old, same old. But it turns out it worked. It actually worked. So so that was a big success. A lot of people were excited for that. So yeah, that's why we see today the stock jumping up so much. So yeah, high was like 63. Came all the way down to, wow, less than 20. Like 14 was the low. So let's just analyze this real quick. So right off the bat, I see a gap. There's actually 2 gaps. But usually when you see 2 gaps, and this is not a rule or anything, but personally, if I see 2 gaps, then I'll just ignore the first gap. So there was the first gap here up from 1730. So usually when there's a gap up, it's going to come back down to fill the gap, and it still might. But it gapped up again today from 21 to whatever it is now. Now it's at 27. So I do expect that sometime this is going to come back down to 21. Maybe it'll come back to 1730, but I wouldn't count on that. But I do think at some point this is going to come back down to 21. And if we look at the RSI and the volume, RSI is sitting at 66. So while it's not quite overbought and overvalued yet, it's approaching that. So I would say if you guys are holding on to Virgin Galactic right now, get ready to sell very, very soon. It's getting there. It's getting into that territory. Maybe not yet. Maybe it's going to run a little bit more. But soon looks like a good time to sell. Yeah, so this is Virgin Galactic. It might run a little bit more, but I really don't think it has that much more room to run. Maybe for a couple more trading sessions, but yeah, once the RSI crosses 70, I would say time to sell. Even now is a pretty good time to sell. A lot of volume today. Wow, most volume in a year, actually. So this might be the biggest volume day ever for Virgin Galactic. I think it doesn't have too much more room to run. I think it's going to come back down relatively soon. If I had this, I would personally look to start selling soon. Either now, if you sell now, this would be a great profit. Or you can hold on a little bit more, see if you get a little bit more out of this, but I don't think it's going to go that much higher. Alright, that's Virgin Galactic. Great news during the weekend, and as a result, we see a big spike today, up 27.62%. So congratulations to everyone who has Virgin Galactic. Okay, AMC. AMC. So it's up 13.25% today. So we look here. I said last week there was a gap down from 1360. So eventually that would fill, and that did fill today. Came back up to 1360. So last week it hit the support of $12, and it was either going to come back to 14 or fall back to 9. And it appears it's coming back to 14. It didn't quite hit 14 today, but it's pushing that. So as of right now, if this continues to move to the upside, the next level of resistance would be 14 and then 16. Now, if it moves back down to the downside, it's going to go back to 12, and then it could go all the way back down to 9. Honestly, I kind of want this to go back down to 9, so I can take a position just for the content. Well, it's to make money too, but really for the content. I want to take a position just for the lulz, show you guys what's up with that. So if this does come back down to 9, I'm going to make a YOLO. So I hope that happens. But it might not. It might not. 12 might have been the bottom. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, RSI is at 64, so, it's approaching overvalued territory again. I wouldn't really count on this to keep going up that fast. But you never know. With these battleground stocks, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Yeah, up 13.25% today. Very nice gain. Huge gain. It was the whole channel here. The whole sideways channel, rectangle, whatever you want to call it. Went right back up. So we'll see if this can break 14. And if it does, it'll probably be on its way up to 16. At 16, I would definitely sell. I know a lot of people aren't going to like that. But whatever. That's what I would do. So, yeah, very interested to see what happens here. That's AMC. So here is OCGN. This is down 8% today. Pretty nasty. So I said last week this looked like it was consolidating, and it was consolidating. And today had a huge red candle. So this might still be consolidating, but if this goes below 780, which is really close, it might break to the downside and go all the way back down to 530. So that would be really, really bad. Not going to tell you guys what to do, if you should sell it or, paper hands or average down or what. But the consolidation looks like it may be broken soon, and this may be down onto the downside. But I did find something interesting. I did see some news about OCGN. So there's unusual options activity. And usually with unusual options activity, it doesn't exactly tell you what's going on, but you can make assumptions based on unusual options activity. So we see here, options alert, June 18th, $10 call sweep, and another one, June 18th, $12.50 call sweeps. So that means some big players, some big fish, bought a lot of these call options, so they think by June 18th that this is going to be past 10 and past 12.50. Not saying it will be, but there's unusual options activity. Somebody thinks it is going to be a big player. And, usually when big players make these plays, they know what they're doing. So, kind of similar to like sports betting, like you kind of want to follow the smart money because they know what's up. They may know something that we don't know. So again, the chart and the unusual options activity telling two different things. The chart is saying if this breaks below 780, this can be on the way down, all the way down to 530. But hopefully it comes back up and consolidates even more and breaks out. But we got some big fish, some big players thinking that this is going to moon in 1 month. June 18th, they think it's going to be above 10 and above 1250. And I got a level of support around like 1250 here, like 1260. So, very interesting stuff. I mean, if it does break down to the downside, maybe you guys want to average down. Not saying you should. But if you believe in it that much, then sure, go for it. Average down. And but for now, I would just continue to hold and hopefully it breaks out to the upside, because that options activity does seem very, very bullish. That is a bullish indicator. Okay, here's Roblox. So yeah, last week this thing went flying, huh? Look at that. Big green candle. A lot of big green candles. And today had another big green candle, up 8.16% today. I don't even know if there was news to... Let's check real quick to see if there was news to justify this, or just... Oh, look at that. Options alert. Options alert. June 18th, $110 calls. I didn't even see that. Interesting. Okay. Wow, that's kind of ambitious. That's kind of ambitious. That's like 25% gain. But okay. I mean, just looking at the chart, this looks like a sell soon. Not yet. Maybe. Well, you can sell it right now. That would be a pretty good profit. But RSI's at 66. So this may have a little bit more room to run. And I would definitely look to take some profits soon. Either now or in the next few trading sessions. Not financial advice. But that's what the chart is indicating, that this is near the top, relatively near the top. But the unusual options activity says otherwise. Some big fish, some big players, bought June 18th calls at the $110 strike. So they think this is going to 110 by June 18th. Watch it be Cathie Wood. Everyone's clowning Cathie Wood nowadays. She did really well last year. This year she's getting smoked. But yeah, another one of these stocks, like OCGN, the chart says one thing, the options activities say another thing. So who knows which way it's gonna go? But we got to take all this information, process it, and make your own conclusions and make trades based on that. So yeah, that's Roblox. I would personally look to sell soon. If you don't, I guess I can't blame you, because there are some bullish indicators. The options alert. Unusual options activity. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please like the video. Please subscribe. And if you enjoy my content and want to support my channel, please check out my Patreon. Link in the description down below. You apes already know. Diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.